On to movie news now. Golda, the biographical drama on the life of Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir, hits the big screen worldwide this week. Our senior US correspondent, Mike Wagenheim, spoke to the director, Oscar-winning Israeli filmmaker Guy Nattiv. Let's take a listen.
Academy Award-winning film director Guy Nattiv joining us here to talk about the premiere, at least here in America, of Golda. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy schedule here. It's already been released in Israel, been released in Berlin. What's the early reaction been like here heading to the premiere in the United States?
I think it's a very emotional wave of reactions I'm getting from the Jewish community here. Hopefully it could extend more to more people. It's been amazing. I went to Atlanta, I went to Boston, Washington, and now I'm here in New York, and it's just all good.
I got to ask you, it's been talked about ad nauseum, so I'm not going to bring it up again, this argument over whether Helen Mirren should have been cast as a non-Jew in the role of Golda. But I do want to ask you, could this movie have been made by a non-Israeli, or would it simply not have worked?
I don't know. It's an interesting question. I think that what I brought to the table is authenticity. The fact that I worked with Israeli actors made it more grounded, I think, more authentic. And I think that doing an international movie, especially about Israel, about the history of Israel, is something that you need to be very careful. It's almost, if I wouldn't do a film about the history of Serbia, because it's not my country. I don't know anything about it. So I guess that it's an interesting question to ask. I felt that it was good that it was handled by someone who is an Israeli who lives in the States and know both sides. You know what I mean?
This is not a complete, biography of Golda Meir. We're getting a glimpse into a very narrow, although very consequential, 10-day window into her life during the Yom Kippur War. Was there any thought given on your part to branching out, some sort of epilogue, prologue, some sort of expansion of her story, or did you really have to try hard to keep it within the context of the Yom Kippur War?
Look, I think that today, if you want to do really a story from birth to death, or to extend a story like that, you cannot do it in an hour and a half. You got to have like a mini series, like The Crown, that is like a massive series about the Queen and about the, so it's for me, it was so obvious that we want to do, the entire team, very kind of a magnifying glass into those 10 days of the war with her there isolated in this concrete jungle, and it says a lot about kind of a requiem for her, for a leader. It says about like a lot about the situation she was in. I think we took a very pivotal situation of Golda, that she's the collapse not only of her but the entire command room. So for me, it was a great junction to focus on.
Right now, all eyes are on Golda, the U.S. premiere of Golda coming up this Friday. Academy Award-winning director Guy Nattiv, Batzlacha, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.